Let's talk about eggs. I love eggs as a topic. Donald Trump promised that he would bring down grocery prices on day one. And yet, here we are, something like 30 something, 40 something days into Trump's term. And eggs are now more expensive than ever, breaking records almost every single day. And this is not some kind of, designer egg infused with gold leaf and Elon Musk's tears. These are just regular eggs now up 33%, almost 1 percentage point a day since Donald Trump became president. According to a new report, big egg corporations may actually be using avian flu as an excuse to jack up prices and rake in record profits. Yes, avian flu is a problem, and also there may be price gouging going on. It turns out that when you let a handful of companies control giant industries with no real enforcement of antitrust law, they can just charge whatever they want and say, hey, market forces. The biggest egg producer, Cal-Maine, didn't even have an avian flu outbreak in 2023, but guess what it did have? A sevenfold increase in profits. They also sold more eggs than they did in 2021, still raised prices 2.8 times higher. They paid out $250 million to shareholders, 40 times more than the year before. Did your grocery bill increase 40 times? No. So how did they do it? Well, it exceeded the actual inflation of eggs. And this is not just an accident. Prices were going up even before bird flu hit certain regions. The Southeast didn't have an outbreak till January of this year, but their egg prices had already skyrocketed because corporate greed was playing a role. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, so then it's not Trump's fault. The real question is, Trump made certain promises, explicit promises, to cut grocery prices and cut egg prices. What is he doing about it? Well, he fired people in the federal government who might actually be able to do something about price gouging. He imposed really random tariffs that raised costs on just about everything. And he blamed Biden. That's the plan. And his agriculture secretary says they will be working with Elon to cut wasteful spending. Because if there's anyone who understands affordability, it's the guy selling flamethrowers and subscription fees to send tweets. Now, meanwhile, 166 million poultry have been culled since the avian flu outbreak started. And where have we seen the worst outbreaks? Factory farms, the same corporate farms that cram millions of chickens into tiny spaces, making sure that when there's one infected bird, it puts the flock at risk. Remember when the right wing lost their minds over a gas stove regulation that didn't even exist? Or when they said, Biden's coming for your steak, Biden's coming for your hamburgers. But now Trump is in office, egg prices are nuclear, and somehow not a peep from Fox News about corporate price gouging. The important thing here is Trump said he would fix this on day one, and he's making everything more expensive while billionaire donors get richer. And you're still paying, depending on the dozen eggs you've got, $5, $8, $12, $13, depending on which eggs you're buying. And they are the ones earning the record profits. So we will see where egg prices go, but this is getting very ugly. I have something incredible to tell you. We are now on the verge, potentially, of my forthcoming book being an unbridled success. You know, when we started this whole thing, and I started thinking, can we sell 1,000 books? Can we sell 3,000 books? Does anybody want my book? The orders started to trickle in. I am now proud to report to you that we have more than 6,500 pre-orders of the book. We have nearly 1,000 pre-orders for signed copies. I'll tell you how to get one in a moment, which puts us at 7,500. I have just learned that Barnes & Noble will be stocking the book nationwide, and none of this includes audiobooks, Kindle books, and books ordered at local bookstores. And I have only you to thank. I really do appreciate it. The book is out March 25th. The book tour will start soon. I will be appearing on a number of podcasts. If you want, my understanding is that of the 1,000 ordered copies to be signed at Brookline Booksmith, 800 are spoken for, meaning there's 200 signed copies left that you can claim. You must only go to davidpakman.com/booksmith. That's the one place to get the signed copies. and those will be going out right around the book's publication. Of course, audiobooks, ebooks, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, any local bookstore. You can get it anywhere. But the only way to get a signed copy is davidpakman.com/booksmith. We're doing this thing. We're doing this thing, and I really appreciate you. I have a book coming out. I've spent a long time working on this. I couldn't be more excited to share it with you. It is called The Echo Machine, and it answers a crucial question. How did American politics get so broken? And just as importantly, how do we fight back effectively before it's too late? Trump back in the White House, damage piling up, an administration filled with extremists and loyalists, attacks on democratic institutions, policies hurting working people. If you've felt like you're screaming into the void and watching democracy slip away, my book, The Echo Machine, will help you make sense of what's happening and also give you an idea of what we can do about it. Go to davidpakman.com/echo or find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, I'd like David Pakman's The Echo Machine from Beacon Press. Pre-orders make a huge difference. Please support the book at davidpakman.com/echo.